Good evening, everyone. This is Jake K0ON coming to you with just a real quick video here. So we're starting to get a little traction on our Facebook page, which is Hamsters Off-Road on Facebook. And I was chatting with KE0TQI and N0RGK Ryan today about what we could do to keep the traction going on the Facebook page and draw some more attention to what we are and who we do in the Jeep and what we support and encourage in the ham radio and the Jeeping community. So I asked the guys today, is there something that you guys would like to hear or see a video on in relation to ham radio and Jeeping? And Brent, KE0TQI, came back with the question, why ham radio versus CB for your big upcoming Jeeping event this weekend? So, impromptu as usual. As you can see, I'm coming to you from the seat of my work vehicle, which I'd rather not be driving. I'd rather be in my Jeep. But, Brent, great question. So let's just go through this very impromptu, coming straight off the top of my head. So, ham radio versus CB. Well, the first two things that come to mind for me is with a CB radio, a Citizens Band radio, you operate in a portion of the band which is very, very near to the 10-meter amateur radio band. 11 meters is where the Citizens Band or CB radio is. The power output limitations on CB radio are 4 watts, okay? So 4 watts to be legal on Citizen Band radio, okay? So with a ham radio or amateur radio, you are permitted up to 100 watts if you would need it. So what that allows you to do is essentially reach out and touch someone. Okay, so one of the things that people always think is that 2-meter ham radio or 440 for a technician class license is mainly line of sight, which is somewhat true. However, if you are in an area where there is a repeater, like where Brent and Ryan and myself frequent, which is Gilbert, Minnesota, there is a repeater in Gilbert. So should we need to, and if we're able to, we could technically reach that repeater and be able to benefit using the extra distance off the repeater to communicate with each other via ham radio. Okay, so that's the first thing that came to mind for me, was your power limitations. So the other thing is, with the way the solar cycle is right now, and this might be a little bit of a stretch, but the solar cycle is very low, and with CB being only 4 watts, you are very, very limited to what your communication distance would be. Now, with a ham radio, whether you are using a mobile radio or even just a $25 or $30 Baofeng that you can buy on Amazon or eBay for, like I said, $25, $30. If you're in an area where you're able to hit a repeater, you'll benefit by being able to just basically reach out and touch a little bit further distance, okay? So one thing that I see people coming up with here as a possible objection to this is, well, hey, Jake, I got to go out and get a license. Okay, well, you know what? If you have half a brain and $15, you can go out and get an amateur radio license. The resources are out there for just about anyone with, like I said, half a brain and $15 to go and get your ham radio technician license. And that allows you then to operate some voice privileges on 10 meters. You do get digital on, which would be CW, I should say, on 40 and 20. But then you have access to pretty much everything on top of 10 meters. So you'll have free privileges on 6 meters, 2 meters, 440, which will also, by the way, allow you to get into DMR, which we can go into in the future if you guys would like. So yes, you do have to go take a license to be able to operate on operate as a ham radio, and you can basically just go to Walmart if you really wanted to and buy a $40 CB radio and buy a magnetic mount to throw on top of your Jeep, and you're good to go. But if you've been listening and paying attention here, if you remember me saying that you can pick up a Baofeng radio for about $25, I don't want to hear your price comparison complaints. It's just simply not valid anymore, okay? So, now, a Baofeng, they're great perfect starter radios. I know both Brent and Ryan have one because I bought them for them when they got their ham radio license. So, it's just something that I enjoyed so much as a hobby that if I can do that and get those guys hooked into the hobby, then I've done what I can. I'm helping keep the hobby alive. Now, when Ryan went and got his license, we did it at a ham fest, and Ryan went up, took his test, passed his technician license, and we went down to the swap meet at the ham fest, and Ryan bought a 25 or 50 watt mobile radio at the ham fest that worked for $45. Okay, now pair that with a simple magnetic mount antenna that you can buy from numerous online outlets, and I won't go into any places. If you want an idea where you can buy them, get a hold of me and I'll give you a couple ideas of where you can get it. But $25 to $50 worst case scenario, you have a magnetic mount antenna to pair with your 2 meter 440 or 2 meter and 440 mobile radio. So Ryan's setup that he has for his mobile rig cost him a grand total of about $65, and then his technician ticket license test, which was $15. So Ryan's on the air, able to hit pretty much any repeater within 15 to 20 miles with his mobile radio, then have his signal rebroadcast as far as a decent repeater will reach, which is, again, it depends on how high the antenna is and how much power they're running. But, that's going to get him pretty much, for the most part, generally about a 40-mile range, okay? With a CB radio, it's just not going to happen, okay? It's just not going to happen. So, again, guys, just real quick, toss together. I'm on my way home from work and just thought I'd throw this one out real quick. So, if you guys have any questions as far as ham radios, Jeeps, please comment down below in the sections here. If you guys have any videos or any questions that you want to hear about, drop me a message on the YouTube page here. Drop a message to the Facebook page, which again is Hamsters Off-Road on Facebook. You can contact me directly via email. My email is xjjake1999. So what I drive, my first name and the year of it, xjjake1999@gmail.com. If it's something that we can throw a quick video together, I'll do that, and it can benefit everybody and not just you. So I hope you enjoyed the quick video here. Sorry if it's shaky, but drop some comments, like the Facebook page, and let's hopefully make this thing bigger than everybody. So 7-3 everyone, this is XJ Jake. Again, go down, check out the Facebook page. I'll drop the link down below, and we'll chat with everyone later. Have a good night, guys.